evening, everyone, and welcome to the Digital Leaders free webinar series on the growing global demand for Filipino digital marketers, organized by the Certified Digital Marketer Program by the International Institute of Digital Marketing and Entrepreneur Philippines. My name is Tinkle Serrano, and I will be moderating and managing this online session together with my colleagues, Link Sofancia and Grace Montiel, who's also here in the background to assist you. And before we move on to the main event, I'll be giving you a brief walkthrough of the GoToWebinar tool. To elaborate on your control panel, as you can see at the left panel is our presentation, and at the right is our control panel, which you can use to interact with me and the other organizers and the speaker as well. All right, if you can't hear anything at this point, you may ask help through these numbers, and these numbers, guys, will be sent to everyone via the chat box, so might as well save them on your phones. So to describe the icons on your control panel, at the upper left is an orange rectangle. This is used to maximize or minimize the control panel. The blue rectangle is used to set your full screen mode. And at any point during the session, you can use this icon to raise your hand if you're experiencing technical difficulties or if you have a question for the speaker. So guys, could you try clicking on the hand icon? All right, very good. So to put your hand down, just simply click on the hand icon again. Okay, so later on, if you don't have a working mic, you can use a chat box if you have a question or if you want to send a message to me and the other organizers and to the speaker as well. All right, to tweak your audio, click the settings link and another window will appear where you can select and set up the type of mic you're using by clicking on the drop-down menu, and that goes the same for the speaker setup also. To make sure that your mic is working, the bars beside the mic icon should have green lights going back and forth once you start talking. And to test your speakers, click the play sound button and you should hear a sound. You can adjust the volume level by dragging the lever to your left or to your right. Also, for Mac users, check out the screenshot, locate your audio here, and make sure that the correct audio device is selected. To test your connection, right above your audio tab is connection. Simply click test connection and then you should be able to see results at the bottom whether your connection passed or failed the desired speed connection. And most importantly, please be reminded also that this session is dependent on bandwidth connection. So we recommend that you stop downloading, close multiple browser windows, chat windows, or anything that will affect your bandwidth. Again, if you still can't hear anything at this point, you may contact us at these numbers. All right. You know what, guys? There are actually 70 participants at this moment, and I'm sure you guys are all excited to learn from our speaker. So some of you are even attending with a few colleagues, listening in one computer device. And since you already know how this tool works, we will ask you a question. I'll be flashing a poll question. And I hope you guys are already seeing the poll question on your screen now. All right. Are you attending the session within Metro Manila or outside Metro Manila? Guys, just click your answer and note that those who are using an Apple gadget, for example, iPhone or iPad, the answers are not clickable, so please type in your answers in the chat box. All right, I'm going to share the results. So 72% said they are actually inside Metro Manila or within Metro Manila, and 28% are attending outside Metro Manila. So guys, those who said they are attending or currently outside Metro Manila, could you guys type in the chat box where exactly are you located at this moment? Wow, so we have participants joining us tonight all the way from General Santos City, Nueva Vizcaya, Bacolod City, Cavite, Cainta, Los Baños, Laguna, Cavite, and Lucena City. All right, thank you very much, guys. Okay, so moving forward, let me show you our program flow, and then after this, I'll introduce our speaker for tonight. So we're done with the introduction and the webinar walkthrough. So our speaker will discuss global demand for Filipino digital marketers growing by Kjetil. Also later on, I'll be introducing Kjetil. And last part would be question and answer portion. And together with Kjetil, Ronald Cirujano, um, he will be answering some of your questions also. All right. And finally, to introduce our speaker this evening, previously he was the group director at Stepstone and currently the vice president of Elance Europe. His name is Kjetil Olsen. Hi Kjetil, I'm going to unmute your mic and make you the presenter so you can show your screen.
Thank you very much.
Hi, good evening. Oh, good afternoon because Kjetil is currently in Norway. So if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 p.m. there.
It is correct. Thank you very much for introducing me.
You're welcome.
So let me try to share my screen here and put up it in presentation mode. Can you tell me which screen that you're seeing? Are you seeing it in presentation mode or the other one?
I'm seeing the global demand for Filipino digital marketers. So there you go. Guys, we want to know if you can see Kjetil's screen. Could you click on the virtual hand? Or could you raise your virtual hand? Very good. So
Good. Can I start?
hello? Kjetil,
Hello?
can you hear me? Yeah,
I can
you
hear
may
you.
now start your discussion.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for attending, everybody. Good evening to you all. My name is Kjetil Olsen. I'm dialing in from Oslo, Norway, where it's a beautiful, sunny summer day here. I would like to welcome all of you again. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the global demand for Filipino digital marketeers. I'm going to give you an insight in the changing work landscape that we're seeing happening all across the world. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the successful businesses and freelancers that are leveraging online work opportunities. We're going to learn a little bit more about Elance, even though the presentation here will not be about Elance per se, but the opportunities that we bring to both talents and businesses all across the world. You would also learn a little bit more about Filipino success on Elance, the trends and demand we see in digital marketing on our platform. But we're also going to see how you can gain success on our platform. So let me start. What you heard a lot about lately, if you read newspapers and magazines like TechCrunch and Tech in Asia, E27, etc. in Asia, you will hear quite a lot about the fractional economy. The fractional economy is kind of very much today visualized by car-sharing services like Zipcar, Airbnb, which is for accommodation, but also for co-working spaces and desks happening through Desk Wanted. These are services that give you access to a property or an asset in the fraction of its time available. There is another service which is also giving you access to the fractional part of individuals or a person service, which is through platforms like Elance or non-work platforms, we call them. This is one of the major revolutions going on at the moment in digital assets. But you're also probably more familiar with the term the cloud. We all use Skype to communicate with. We use services like Salesforce.com to track our sales activities. We use QuickBooks to manage our files, to manage our finances. We also use Dropbox, Google Drive, and Box.net to store and access and share our files. But in Elance, we talk about another cloud, and that is the human cloud. Human cloud is, if possible, consisting of two different sides. On the one side of the human cloud, we have the talents, individuals like you coming to platforms like Elance to find job opportunities that are not limited to locations, geographies, but they are available for every human being on the planet that is performing services that can be done remotely from where the client is located. We see marketeers, we see programmers, we see translators, writers, architects, engineers, lawyers, accountants coming to platforms like ours to find job opportunities. On the other side of the human cloud, we have the businesses, small and large businesses coming to human cloud, to Elance, to find and work with talent like you to do things like build a website or create a social media marketing campaign or to develop an iPhone app. These businesses are today mainly small and medium businesses. Actually 90% of the businesses using Elance is small and medium. And we can name companies like Doodle, HomeAway, GuidePal, Vivino as some of them. But we also see the larger companies of this planet now coming to find great talent on our platform. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, which is we're all familiar with, Amazon.com, is also looking for talents on our platform. Elance is the facilitator in the connection between these parties. We facilitate the matching process, so meaning that we're allowing these two parties to find each other. We facilitate the collaboration process, which means that these two parties, the freelancers and the businesses, can work together. But we also facilitate the payment process, which is one of the pain points in international trades, especially in services. Elance today have around about 100 employees in our company, but we use freelancers also extensively. So we have more or less 200 freelancers working for Elance, our company, at any point of time. We have product managers, we have engineers, we have translators. We use kind of literally all resources that are available on our platform. We are headquartered in Silicon Valley, as many of the other global internet companies in this world, but we also have our European headquarters, actually international headquarters here in Oslo, Norway. We also have an office now in Manila, we have one in Dhaka, we have one in London, we have one in Berlin. So we are kind of now taking our steps to become a global business, truly. We have freelancers and clients residing in 170 countries already, so meaning more or less every single country on this planet. In Elance, we talk very much about working differently. We encourage both businesses and freelancers to work differently. Working differently means different things to different people. Some people choose to work just a few hours per day. Some people choose to work or be at home with their kids and do a few hours of work every day. Some people chose to follow their dream and move on the countryside to work whenever and wherever for whomever. And that's literally what we're talking about here. It's a labor market that gives you the opportunity as a talent to choose the way that you would like to work. And that is something that we're proud of, and it's something that we promote to the market. Going to the next slide, I'm going to show you first one business that is set up differently than most other businesses on this planet, and then following on to one of the freelancers that have chosen to work differently. I'd like you to meet Vivino. Vivino is a Danish company located in one of the most expensive places in the world, Copenhagen, which is also a market which have huge constraints in the labor market. It's very hard to find talent. So when Vivino a couple of years ago decided to start building their business, they said, for us to be successful, it's very hard to do that out of Copenhagen. Of the reasons that it's hard to find talent, it's very expensive, but it's also tricky to compete for labor with the larger companies, because most talents, at least in Europe, would like to work with companies like Google or Facebook or all the big brands in the markets. So for a small startup which have limitation in their funding, which have limitation in perks and benefits, it was really hard for them to set up and start the business. So what Vivino said was, in order for us to make success with our product, to get it into the market, we need to think differently. We need to work differently. So what they did was really to go to Elon's and to build a team of freelancers that could help them to build a product and take it to the market. So Vivino is a company that has really leveraged on non-freelancers in taking or building their business and taking the product to market. They have app developers, they have SEO people, they have marketeers, they have writers from Vietnam in the east to California in the west. Not only do they leverage the possibility of finding talents on platforms like ours, but they also leverage the time zones. Instead of looking at time zones as an enemy, they actually look at time zones as an opportunity. Because with having people from Vietnam in the east to California in the west, it gives them an opportunity to have a business that is up and running 24/7. So Vivino is for us a true example of a hybrid organization, an organization which allows them to have some people on site in their offices in Copenhagen, but also a large proportion of the team residing in the cloud through Elon's, residing all across the world. So this is one of the reasons that Vivino in a very short time have become a leading app for building your own archive of the wines that you like and sharing them with friends. They were actually so successful that they were able to raise quite a few hundred thousands of dollars from the Skype founders. So they have really believed in the way that Vivino has built their organization. So the next thing I'd like to show you is one of your country fellows, a lady called Lei, which is based out of Philippines, which have gained quite significant success on our platform as on our digital marketeer. Over the last year, Lei has done a total of 31 jobs on Elon's. She has worked nearly 1,500 hours for her clients on Elon's, which is 25 in total. And she have earned an aggregate of almost $10,500 working on our platform the last 12 years. No, last year, I mean. She has an average of 4.4 rating from her clients, which means that her clients are happy with her. And actually 100% of her client has actually recommended her to other clients on Elon's. So this is a young lady that has gained a significant amount of success on Elon's, trading her assets, her skills, to businesses all across the world. So when I'm going through the rest of my presentation, I would like you to bear in mind what Lei has done. I would like you to go back after this call to have a look at her profile and try to learn more about what is it that she did gained or gave her the success that she has had on our platform. Just to give you a few data points on Elance as a platform. On Elance today, there are 2.5 million people that have registered as freelancers. On every month now, there is more than 100,000 jobs being posted on our platform from businesses in those 170 countries I mentioned. By now, $780 million have been paid to freelancers that are working on Elance. This is a number since 2007. But last year alone, the freelancers on Elance made $200 million, and we estimate that the number for this year will be as much as $300 million, which means around about 50% increase in the earning of the freelancers working on Elance. Working on Elance is not really magic. The process is as follows. As mentioned in the beginning, we are facilitating the matching process, the collaboration process, and the payment process. Everything starts with a business or a client of Elance posting a job on the platform. They will then start receiving immediately, actually, proposals from freelancers that are working within the disciplines or skills that they are looking for. The businesses are then interviewing and rating the freelancers before they finally select one freelancer they would like to work with. The selection process is very much based on the ratings of previous clients, what kind of rates, meaning hourly or the price the freelancers would like to have for their services, but also what kind of impression that they give to the clients in the interview process. The client has a lot of tools to evaluate the freelancers on, such as the job history, the ratings from previous clients, the portfolio of previous works that the freelancer have been doing, but also what kind of skills the freelancers are offering. The next step is the collaboration process, where the two parties start to collaborate, to communicate, and share files in the workroom that opens up when there has been a match between the two parties. When the job is delivered by the freelancer to the client, and the client has approved the work that has been done, there is the payment going from the client to the freelancers. We have some guarantees in place so that the freelancer is confident or can be confident that he will be paid for great quality work that they normally deliver to the clients. I would like also to give you a little bit of an insight in the Filipino freelance market. First, we see that online freelancers are happier than the people that are working as full-time employees or part-time employees or in any other way of working. Almost 70% of the freelancers in Philippines that is working on Elance claim that they are happier than the other alternatives of work. The reason for that is very much consistent with what we see on a global scale. The freelancers love following their own passion. If you're an infographic designer, if you're a social media marketeer, if you're an SEO expert, you normally have a lot of passion for what you do. And online work gives you the possibility to really specialize and work with what you love working with. The other thing which is important for Filipino freelancers is that you don't have any commute. I've been in Manila myself, and I've seen the commute that you have to face every day. So I do not doubt and I do understand the fact that you would like to have the possibility to work from anywhere, from where you like, whether that is from a co-working space, if it's from your living room, or if it's from an office, or even from the beach in Cebu. Also, having the possibility to have control over your own schedule, meaning to decide when you would like to work, whether that is in the afternoon, if it's in the evening, or if it's in the middle of the night. Those are things that are important for Filipinos. But I also have to mention that the possibility of being your own boss is very important for Filipinos. We also see now that when we ask the freelancers in Philippines about what kind of skills do you believe is important in the future, what kind of jobs will there be more of, we see that online marketing jobs in a broad term many people believe will be a very sought after skill set. Traditional marketing, web design, research, administration are also part of that. So the Filipino workers are confident that everything that has to do with online work, digital marketing, is going to grow in the future. We also see that the Filipino freelancer experience great success on Elance. A testament for that is the number of new freelancers that have been signing up on Elance lately. In May 2013, meaning last month, there were more than 16,000 freelancers signing up on Elance, which is an increase of 257% over the same month last year. Obviously, this has something to do with the fact that we did an official launch in Philippines in April and May this year. But also you can see that there has been a steady increase of freelancers signing up from Philippines over the last couple of years. There are more than 100,000 Filipinos that have registered on Elance today. Not all of them are working now, but a lot of them have interest in what we do and the opportunities that online work is giving them. The same success we see in the number of hired freelancers. In May alone this year, there was 952 hired freelancers in total from Philippines. What pleases us very much is the number of first-time hired freelancers is now, the growth is almost going through the roof. 328 freelancers were hired for the first time in May this year, which is exactly 100% increase over the same month last year. So that is a testament that the Filipino freelancers are popular among businesses all across the world. And actually this is one of the highest growth rates we see on a global scale, much higher than what we see in Europe, in the US, and in other markets of the world. There has also been a sharp increase in awarded jobs. As you can see also here, there has been a 100% increase almost. Almost 2,000 jobs was awarded to Filipino freelancers in the month of May this year. And I would estimate that by the end of this year, we will see close to maybe 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 jobs being awarded to Filipino freelancers at the end of the year. So a massive growth, and that is really pleasant for us to see, because Philippines is one of the markets where we do invest a lot of resources in attracting great quality talent to our platform from. We also see that there are quite attractive hourly rates being paid to freelancers from the Philippines. If we look at sales and marketing, which is within your kind of skill sets, primary skill sets, we see an average hourly rate of close to $9 are being paid to freelancers. That number is, however, deflated by the fact that there are so many new first-time hired freelancers being hired on Elance. And if you know a little bit on the dynamics and how online work is functioning, you would know that to get your first job as a freelancer, you need to bid relatively low compared to what you normally would ask, and at least compared to what you would earn at a later stage when you have more ratings and you have more happy clients. So, but 8.7 is a relatively good number in the sales and marketing category. If you look at IT and programming, it's a bit more than $14, and that we also see with $12 in design and multimedia. When you do have experience, when you have good ratings from your clients, you have great feedback from your clients, you will see that you're able to push the rate higher and higher for each job that you get on the platform. So as a great digital marketeer, there is absolutely possibilities to charge as much as $30 per hour for your services. So great opportunities to make good money on our platform. Looking at the skills that Filipinos are supplying on the platform to clients all over the world, we see for the time being a lot of administrative work, such as virtual assistants, data entry, research being on the top of the list. But we also see a great increase in the number of freelancers being hired within digital marketing jobs, such as writing skills, if you have ability to handle emails or kind of email campaigns, if you do lead generation, but also things like internet marketing and HTML. Kind of, I could name all of them, but I wouldn't do. But the skills that you are providing are absolutely in demand by clients all across the world. But we do want to see more digital marketing freelancers and Elance from Philippines, because we have earned such a great reputation within administrative work and a great reputation as quality freelancers, there is absolutely a potential not only in digital marketing but also in programming, in design and multimedia, engineering and manufacturing, etc. The success of the Filipino freelancers have actually given you the position as the fourth largest market globally on Elance in terms of registered freelancers, and number 9, if I'm not wrong, in terms of earning freelancers. So today you're ranked as number 4, but I do believe at the end of this year we'll be closer to number 3, overtaking Pakistan's position as the third largest country. US and India is a bit ahead though, but they have been in this market for a longer period of time. I know if you look at India, they have a population which is almost 10 times as large as India. Let's look a little bit into the demand for digital marketeers in general on our platform. These are just some examples that we share publicly through our trends pages. If we look at email marketing jobs, doing email campaigns for clients, there has been a total of 22,500 jobs posted on Elance for the last couple of years within that category of work. The average job budget for fixed price jobs is close to $2,600, and the average hourly rate is $16. And you can see that is a category of work that is growing quite rapidly with 11% quarterly on quarter growth rate. The same with Google AdWords jobs, a lot of jobs, relatively high budgets on the fixed price job, but even higher on the hourly rate. Quarterly growth is the same. Internet marketing jobs in general, 50,000 jobs being posted on Elance. There are currently 369 jobs that are open on the platform. It's a 12% quarterly growth. SEO jobs, a little bit slower growth, but still 5% quarterly growth, which is a great number. And our average hourly rate being paid to the freelancers are $16. So there are some great opportunities. So the jobs we see that are normally posted within the internet or digital marketing categories: Facebook marketing jobs, link building, it's social media strategy, is SEO work, is people looking for community managers, social media marketeer, some people that can develop viral campaigns for their clients, some people that have skills in how to really leverage YouTube. Some people need help to manage their communities both on Twitter and Google and Facebook, etc. So there's a kind of large number of opportunities that you can work on the platform. But how do you go ahead and create success as an online freelancer, particularly within the digital marketing space? There are a few things that you want to go through. The process I've outlined before, but repeating again, we facilitate the match, the collaboration, and the payments between those two parties. But first and foremost thing I would like to tell you is please do focus. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to be a designer at the same time as you develop mobile apps, at the same time as you do SEO and virtual assistant work. We say always that find your discipline, find your skill, and play on that skill. Focus on what you do best, because that will pay back. So if you are an expert in SEO or an expert in Facebook marketing campaigns, that should be your domain. That's the service that you should sell to clients all across the world. Second thing is try to stand out from the crowd. When you create a profile on Elance, work very hard on your service description, prove your skills, embed the portfolio of previous work that you have been doing within the skills that you master, and really try to distance yourself from all the other hundreds of thousands of freelancers that are on the platform. That is so important, that you create a profile that it literally shines out of. When you do submit proposals for the jobs that you are bidding for, customize them for every single client. Do not copy-paste them. And that is then followed by, when you do look for jobs on the platform, scout for what we call the good match. Look for jobs that you really believe that you can do, that you have the skill sets for, and that you're motivated to do it. But also look for jobs that are within the budget that you would like to work for. But as I said in the beginning, please be aware that getting your first and your second job might mean that you have to lower the rate to what you normally would expect to be paid, but then rather have a plan to bring your hourly rates or the fixed price budgets up to the level for later jobs. And as I said a couple of slides back, tailor your proposals. Do not copy-paste the proposal text that you use for one job into the next job. A client will see if it's a canned text, if it's a canned proposal. Address the need of the client. Tell him how you would like to solve the job, and also be open for an interview. Tell him that you would need more information if there is not enough information in the job description. So really focus on tailoring your proposal. Customize them for every single job that you are bidding for, because that will increase your possibilities to get your first job. The next thing is be professional in everything you do. Be professional in the way that you structure your emails or your communication to the client. Follow the schedule that you have told the client that you will work within, and always deliver great quality of work. Quality is really the thing that will give you long-term success on our platform. If you do not deliver quality, then you will have bad ratings from the clients. And if you have bad ratings from your clients, you will have very hard time to get the next job on Elance, because the clients do evaluate and look into what kind of ratings and feedback you got from previous clients. So always deliver quality and focus on that in everything you do, as you would do in your ordinary life. A lot of people say that a lot of clients are coming to platforms like Elance to find people that are willing to work for lower rates than what they would find in the local market. Might be true in the first job they're hiring for on the platform, but what you would see is that every single business that are looking for somebody to do work for them is looking for quality at the end of the day, not to get it as cheap as possible. So please be focused on that. And also you need to know that you need to have some portion of patience, because it takes time to get your first job on Elance and also on our competitor sites. But be persistent, be patient, take your time, bid for the jobs that matches your skills, and you will get success at the end of the day. And when you have gotten your first job, it will be easier to get the next one and the next one and the next one. But what we also see is that there is a lot of freelancers that starts as a freelancer working on their own, but ending up being an entrepreneur. And that we can actually see from some of the metrics that we have from Philippines. Before I went to Manila a couple of months ago, I did a survey among the successful Filipino freelancers on Elance, and we asked them about did you hire people? Have you hired people yourself at the platform? And in 2012, 25% of the Filipino freelancers said that they hired other freelancers to help. But the plans for next year, which means this year, 54% of the Filipino freelancers said that they have plans to hire other freelancers to help out in 2013. So, and that is the unique thing that you can do on Elance, is that you can start as a freelancer but actually build your business, because successful freelancers tend to have invitation from clients, because they look at the profile and say, hey, this guy looks great, let us hire him. And if you then don't have the capacity, hire somebody to help you, whether that is other freelancers that are working on Elance, or if that is friends or business contacts of you in the Philippines that is working together with you, either from a co-working space or from your office. And one of the tips that we look at, and one of the things that we do see is that we have freelancers either going vertical or horizontal. So let's say that you are a web developer, using that as an example. You can either choose to build up a team of other web developers, or you can more build take the horizontal perspective, and maybe you hire some skills that complements you. For example, a mobile developer, a Q&A resource, a UX designer, or a web designer that complements your team. Because this is really a great opportunity for you to build a business. You start as a freelancer, but you end up being an entrepreneur. And to gain success as an entrepreneur or as a business owner, what we recommend our clients to do is that you test several freelancers to find the best match. Find people that complement you, that have great skill sets. And you should lead and support them continuously. You should create comprehensive specs for them. You should use the milestones in the projects. You should also see them as team members, not only kind of unknown freelancers or people that is residing in other places in the world, but look at them as your integrated team, people that you really trust and you would like to have a long-term relationship with. And this long-term relationship is really important for you to gain long-term success. And as what we see it is that there are so many people on our platform that love this way of working. There's actually a lady in the US called Karen Lacey that wrote a book about, she called The Complete Idiot's Guide to Elance. So if this presentation was not enough about the steps of creating success, you should actually go to Amazon.com and buy this book for, I think it's $10 or something, and study every single step on how to gain success, either as a freelancer or as a client. And if you're already in the process of starting a business, if you're not a freelancer but you're starting up a business, Elance actually has a contest going on at the moment where you can submit a video of 90 seconds to pitch your business idea and have the possibility to win $5,000 in Elance credits to hire other freelancers to help you to build your business. And not only that, you will also have the possibility to pitch your startup idea to some of the leading venture capitalists of the world, which happens to be Elance venture capitalists. So this is a great opportunity, but you have to be quick because there is a deadline tomorrow night or Wednesday night Pacific time, meaning California time. So grab the opportunity if you feel that you have a great idea. And since I have Ron Siruanua, my country manager in Philippines, in this call, I would like to encourage you also to follow Elance Philippines on Facebook. We have regularly workshops and training sessions and meetups, both that we run ourselves but also with partners in how to gain success as an online freelancers and other aspects like digital marketing, how to pay your taxes, and literally how to work as a successful freelancer. So this is it for me now. If you do have any questions, whether it's from me or from Ron, please reach out to us. I'm also here now for the next few minutes to answer any of the questions. Ron will also help to ask you to respond to questions that are related to Elance in Philippines and how to gain success in that market. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Kjetil. Okay, so before we proceed with the Q&A portion, Kjetil, I'll be introducing first Sir Hans. All right, guys, I'll be introducing the co-program director of IIDM CDM, Mr. Hans Erik Ross-Chua, to tell you about the Certified Digital Marketer Program by the International Institute of Digital Marketing. All right. Hi, good evening. Sir Hans, I'm going to unmute your mic and make you the presenter so you can show your screen.
Okay, thanks. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Okay.
There you go.
Hello. Okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen now. Guys, can you see Sir Hans' screen?
Okay.
So could you please click on the hand icon? I think everyone's seeing your screen.
Okay, thanks. Well, first, I'd like to thank our partner, Entrepreneur Philippines, for if without them, I don't think we would have reached this this big of an audience. I think we hit over 100 attendees already. So they're our media partner and actually partners in other areas also. Um, uh, we also want to announce that we're formally announcing our partnership with ELANS. So they will now be globally recognizing the programs of the International Institute of Digital Marketing. So I had the pleasure of meeting Kjetil and Ron, I think over a month ago when Kjetil flew in. They were talking about the growing, I guess, base of Filipinos going on ELANS. And also they mentioned that the biggest, one of the bigger growing segments was digital marketing. So from there, we saw that we saw a lot of synergy. So we formally agreed to partner. Before going on, maybe I'd like to show you some of the insights that drove this partnership. So let me share something with you. Recently, we talked to a few global organizations, and I just wanted to share this with you. So we talked to a few global and larger organizations to validate how sophisticated digital marketing teams are being set up now in all these other organizations. So here's one thing that we were able to validate, that indeed in these larger organizations, gone are the days of somebody being a jack of all trades, handling everything from social media to media planning to digital creatives and so on. Especially when you talk about global organizations, the bar is higher. So based on this, we're seeing that there are more specialized roles. For example, you have people who are specialized in digital media planning. So these are like your the digital counterparts of, I guess, your media planners, your traditional media planners who are doing media plans for TV, print, and radio. You have these are the digital counterparts of these people. So these are specialists who plan online ad placements across platforms. So they plan out video placements, social ads, paid search campaigns, and so on. So you also have your data analysts who are your digital marketing analytics specialists. So they have to know clearly the metrics for each channel. So going across not just social media, but also in mobile, CRM, email marketing, search, website analytics, and being able to digest all that data, putting them together in a dashboard so that managers are able to make decisions based on key performance indicators or KPIs. So you also have your social media marketing specialists. So these are people who don't just build engagement on, I guess, what is commonly related to social media marketing here, which is fan page management, but really deep online community management and also analytics, sentiment analysis. But I guess at the end of the day, larger organizations want to set up a social media command center that would actually be listening for their particular brand or products across different demographics online. So one other area in this team is what you call the e-business specialists. So these are a combination of e-CRM and e-commerce specialists. So these are people who set up online storefronts and use customer relationship management strategies to keep customers loyal to them. So anyway, so with this, I guess I was sharing this because I wanted to show you how we've reacted to how, I guess, organizations are changing and becoming more sophisticated in digital marketing. So we still have our flagship program, the 12-course Certified Digital Marketer program that takes you across the different platforms and channels in digital marketing, starting with the formal digital marketing framework, planning framework. We take you through display and search engine marketing, mobile marketing, e-commerce, online community management. But given that we're seeing more specialization in the space, we've created 4 tracks that are much shorter, which might take around 2 to 3 months for somebody to complete. So the first track that we launched was what you call the e-business specialist track. So we're happy that we have very well-versed co-chairs or track chairs in this track. So we have people from Silicon Valley. So one is Kartik Ram from Glamster.com. We also have one of the big deal site founders, Frederick Levy, CEO of Cash Pinoy. And other team members include Michael Rastas, Lawrence, and so we also have the other, our next track, which is the social media marketing specialist track. So again, this is a 2-month program. So we have here some of the top regional people from some of the top regional companies. So Reza used to head social media for Smart Communications. Carlo Ople heads a digital agency by DM9, and Rosario Juan is a social media director at Movent, formerly known as NetBoost. And in our digital marketing analytics track, we have our chair, which is Peach Natividad, who's head of digital performance at DDP. And then we also have Lawrence Villegas from Team Plan. And last but not the least is our one of our more popular tracks, which is digital media planning. So this is where you learn performance-based advertising, so pay-per-click marketing, search engine marketing, retargeting. So we have, we're lucky to have award-winning people, including Jonathan Hawson, who is the Asia and Pacific Media Planner of the Year. We also have Arlene Amarante, who's the Southeast Asia head for Yahoo. We have Narciso Reyes, who's the country head of Google, Bianca Gray, and Mike Constantine. Well, anyway, that's it, guys. I just wanted to invite you to also check our website, where you'll also see added benefits such as international recognition of our certifications. Our program is internationally recognized by these global organizations. So wherever you go, whatever country you go to, these global organizations will recognize your title. So we have Ogilvy, Leo Burnett, Omnicom, McCann Erickson's, MRM Worldwide, Zenith Optimedia, and so on. And of course, finally, we also have Elance, who is now recognizing our program. Locally, we have a lot of industry support. So the top advertising associations in the country, as well as the top universities. Some of the top universities here recognize our program. So we have the Internet and Mobile Marketing Association of the Philippines, PANA, the Philippine Association of National Advertisers, 4ACE, the Association of Agencies, the Philippine Retailers Association, and of course, Ateneo de Manila University and DELASALLE. So anyway, if you have time, we'd like to invite you to visit our website. It's imadigitalmarketer.com. Take a look around. And if you have questions directly for me, you can email me at hans@elearningedge.com. Thanks. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much, Sir Hans. So I'm hitting again your mic, and we're going back to Kjetil. By the way, guys, again, if you have any other questions about the program, you may contact the numbers that were sent via chat earlier. So, right. Hi, Kjetil. We have questions here from our participants.
I'm happy to answer them.
All right. First question is from Elaine Madatu. I'm familiar with one online freelance platform, Odesk, and I want to ask, how is Elance different or similar from this platform? I am also sending the question to everyone via chat box.
Thank you very much for the question. In many ways, Elance and Odesk is doing the same things. We both facilitate the search, the match, the collaboration, and the payment process between freelancers and clients all across the world. Of course, I'm a little bit biased here in my response, but the feedback we get from a lot of the freelancers that are on our platform ask the same question. They tell us that Elance is more on the quality end of jobs that are posted. There's more high-value jobs, which means that the jobs are being paid higher than what they see on Odesk. We also have the low minimum standards on how little you can pay freelancers, which we think is important because we want to create a marketplace where we have a fair amount of money being paid to the freelancers for work being done. We also hear from the freelancers that they really love the fact that we have the escrow functionality on the platform, which means that there are payment guarantees for the jobs that are done on Elance. So for fixed price jobs, the clients need to transfer the agreed upon amounts for the job into the escrow account, and those money are then in our possession into the freelancers have completed a job and the client have accepted it. So that is two things that are favored by our freelancers across the world. In addition to that, the clients, they favor the quality freelancers that we have on Elance, the fact that we give the clients the tools to really find the great freelancers, which is important for them because that means that they will return back to our platform and hire more freelancers when they have another need. So I think that is the main things where we differentiate between kind of us and the competitors. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for answering that first question, Kjetil. So our next question is from Einstein Rojas. Do you support in your contest for advocacy purposes?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Do you support in your contest for advocacy for health purposes?
Ron, could you maybe step in there?
Hi, good evening, guys. I think he is talking about our video contest.
Einstein, do you have a working mic so I can turn your mic on and ask your question directly to our speaker? Let's try to unmute his mic.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi. Good evening.
Yes.
Hi. Good evening. I'm talking about for advocacy purposes. Like, are you open to such kind of field to that kind of field? Yeah.
So I think the contest that we are running at the moment is open for all good ideas, and it's not really limited to any particular ideas. As long as you can formulate your business concept and the advantages that you bring to the market and how you're going to build the business, I think we're all happy to receive your contribution.
All right. Sounds good. I thought it was for business purposes only. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much for your question.
All right. Thank you very much, Ronald for answering that. By the way, guys, Ronald is the country manager of Elance Philippines. Okay, our next question is actually a summarized question from a few participants. So still for beginners, it's hard to convey to clients about our skills and also because we're not getting feedback yet. There are more freelancers that may have more experience too. Any advice on how we can handle this?
So I think this is a question that we always get, and number one, as I said in the beginning, is that you focus on a relatively narrow skill set where you do your services. So if you do mobile apps, that's what kind of if that is the primary skill set you have, then you bid primarily only for mobile development jobs. But the first step would then be to create a profile where you describe your services, where you upload your portfolio of previous work, where you add, so if that is if you've developed an app before, if you've done a Facebook marketing campaign before, just upload either a summary or some screenshots of the app that you've created if you're a mobile app developer. And when you then start it, because it's in the profile is so important. Also take some of the skills tests that we have available on the platform to prove the skills that you have. Getting the first job is, as you said, the hardest thing. So have patience, submit proposals only to the jobs that you believe you can do well. And also when you do submit a proposal, please address the needs of the client, explain them how you would like to do the job. And then it's also important that you set the rates on a competitive level, not way below the other people submitting proposals, but kind of somewhere in the line. But expect that you need to lower your rates compared to what you normally would charge. Ron would, if you go to our Facebook pages, you will see that Ron is regularly announcing trainings and workshops on how to gain success on Elance. And if you attend one of these workshops, then you will get some more insider tricks on how to gain that success. Ron, is there something else you would like to say to that?
Maybe you've covered everything, so I would like just to invite everyone to like our Facebook page, Elance Philippines. And Kjetil is right, I'm always announcing our webinars or workshops, so feel free to come in and register. There's going to be one this Saturday, so hope to see you there.
And you're not only doing
right, next question.
You're also doing webinars, so I think it's worth mentioning as well.
Because Philippines is a group of islands, it's really important that we have webinars as well. So for people who are in Mindanaoans or Visayas, they can instantly join via the internet. So, yeah.
Right. Okay, next question is from Elaine Madatu. How can we move from being an employee in a traditional office setup to digital organizations? Any tips?
So the question was how you can move from an ordinary employee to, can you repeat it please?
How can we move from being an employee in a traditional office setup to digital organizations?
So there's actually two answers to that question. The one question is how to move into to become a freelancer. So what I would recommend is if you're moving to the freelancer, then you should maybe do it on the side of what you do on your daytime job. Just simply sign up as a freelancer on Elance. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. The only way we make money when you make money, which means that we take a commission of what you earn on Elance, which is 8.75%. And then start a bid for jobs. And then when you get your first jobs, then you then you will start to get more jobs, and then eventually you can leave your full-time job. If you are a business and would like to take your business more viral or virtual, to say so, then you could start hiring freelancers to help you out. As instead of hiring people for your office, you can hire freelancers that are working on Elance supplement the need of your organization. And that is as simple also. It's free to post jobs on Elance. It's free to hire them. The only thing you pay for is the services that the freelancer are charging. Of course, you need to have tools in place, both if you are if you use Elance as a business or if you use Elance as a freelancer. You need to have a computer, you need to have internet access, and you need to either provide or buy services that are available online.
All right. So last question is from Queenie Caranto. Are there fees to pay when using Elance, and what are the withdrawal methods?
So in terms of fees, as I said, it's free to sign up on Elance. It's free to bid for jobs. You are being charged a fee of 8.75% of the earnings that you get on the platform. So if, for example, a business is charging, if you charge a business or a client on Elance $1,000 for your job, we will deduct 8.75% of those earnings. Actually, that is one of the competitive advantages we have over our competitors, because our fee is the lowest in the industry. And you can also upgrade to have others memberships, paid memberships, but for the large majority of freelancers on Elance, a free membership is what you would need. And in terms of withdrawal methods, you can withdraw to your bank account, to your PayPal account, to your Payoneer card, your Moneybooker card, and you can transfer to Western Union or other methods. So I think in terms of for people that is residing in the Philippines, we are very well covered.
Thank you very much, Kjetil, and also to Ronald. Guys, as much as we want to accommodate all your questions, we don't have time anymore. So Kjetil, is there anything that you'd like to leave the participants before we end this session?
I think I would absolutely encourage all Filipinos, whether you are an existing freelancer or you would like to explore the freelancing world, to sign up on Elance and start to bid for jobs. As I said, it's a free opportunity. You don't have to pay anything until you get your first job when we deduct the fees. It's a great opportunity to choose a different way of working, where you can set your own schedule. You can work from wherever in the world. You can work for clients all over the world. You can explore or develop your network of contacts across the planet, and you can find a way of working where you can really leverage your skills, whether those are in digital marketing or if it's mobile app development, if it's building websites, doing design, or doing translations. It's a great opportunity to find relevant, well-paid jobs, which develops you as a professional, but also as a human being. So there are great opportunities, and I do know, and this is honestly said, Filipinos are great workers, and your skills are very much sought after from businesses all across the world. So please sign up on Elance, use this opportunity to change the way you work and change the way you live. So thank you very much for listening to us today. Great to being able to present here, and hope to see you next time I'm in Manila. And please also sign up and like Elance on Facebook, both the Elance global pages, but also the Elance Philippines page. So thank you very much, everybody.
All right, thank you also, Kjetil. And so guys, thank you also for attending this session and for participating. So by the way, we are recording this, and we will definitely email you once the video is already up on our website. And for unanswered questions, we will try to ask Ron if he can answer your questions via email. So we will definitely let you know. And Kjetil's PowerPoint presentation will also be shared via email. So thank you guys for participating, and I hope to see you on our future webinars. My name is Twinkle, and it was a pleasure moderating this webinar. Good night, everyone, and to exit this session, click File, Exit Leave Webinar. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.